My amazing Aquarians, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I did hear the overall message right before I began this attempt for your reading of a star in the making. And so the next 48, the next 2-day period for you is going to truly highlight in the minds, the awareness of other people, even your own, that you are truly a star in the making. It may more so be a reminder for you individually, but I also feel that energy is going to be affecting you for, negatively in the next 48 when you feel struggling coming to be, when you're speaking, when you're just sitting there, migrating, accomplishing, and even when your voice shakes is what I'm getting specifically, and during your sleep. But I really feel as if you're going to be, I mean, we have the star card on the board, feeling to yourself, all right? There's something that you plan to invest in or embark upon, a spark for yourself, as I'm seeing the Ace of Wands. And this isn't the right time for it to come to be yet. Okay, divine timing is wildly at play in your world, including that situation for the future. But it feels like you haven't spilled the beans is the wording coming through. You haven't told people of importance in your life, or at least not everybody. And I do feel as if you're going to be reminded that you're meant to meet somebody special in the near future. And you may find that there's a conversation taking place in regards to that, or maybe even with this person. Somebody's meeting a potential lover, potential person to be in a relationship with on online dating. As I'm truly struggling to speak this morning, bear with me. But it does feel at least partially accurate for your reading. Now, again, I feel as if the next 48 truly is speaking in a beautiful, magical way about the fact that, once again, you're a star in the making. Don't get frustrated when things don't work out exactly as you expect them to, right? It definitely reminds me of me having to be flexible when it comes to doing these readings at times, because I don't live alone, because there's energy and noise factors and whatnot. And so there's something about the next 2 days where you have to just take a deep breath and be flexible. And remember, again, divine timing is at play, and there's so much purpose wrapped up into your existence, your path individually, to the point where even in the midst of this Two of Swords confusion and disconnect is what I'm hearing, you are going to see everything working out exactly as it's meant to, when it's meant to, all right? But going back to the message about you being, maybe even other aspects of your world being very disconnected, feeling very to yourself, maybe feeling very emotionally disconnected from what you're accomplishing, what you're trying to manifest. And they're saying this isn't a bad thing, but don't let it push you into a state of not caring. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like that caring side of you makes the world of a difference when it comes to who you're connecting with, when it comes to what you're accomplishing and trying to see grow and prosper for the better. But I also feel like there's going to be discernment taking place in a very necessary way, because you need to be removing this and that that's going to or continue to weigh you down, okay? What have you been doing too much of is what I'm getting. But it does feel like for one reason or another, you do need to reach for the hope and hold onto it for dear life. They're saying don't choke the dove, but definitely, keep that hope alive in your awareness, in your vision, when it comes to your vision, and just knowing that, again, things are going to proceed in a very purposeful manner. You may feel a bit stiff at certain points in the next 2 days, maybe a bit squirmy. I'm getting somebody, dreaming very vividly or in an intense manner otherwise. And this is leaving you, because of spirits, right, affecting you, joining you, sticking with you, leaving you squirming when you're sleeping, okay? I'm now hearing a stain will come out. A stain will be removed. Don't fret. But look at this. The Star card now pairing with the Seven of Pentacles, because I feel as if you are watering stuff of importance in the next 48, especially one specific situation that is coming to mind for you individually. And this is working out to your advantage. It has something to do with you, at least partially to do with you becoming this star that you're meant to. They're saying it's your destiny. It's your purpose, or at least part of your purpose in this lifetime. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling well-spoken in one moment and then not so well-spoken in the next, even if it's, within the same set of messages or whatever you're speaking. But I also am getting a magician kind of message coming through. You very efficiently at this point speaking, thinking, and focusing things into existence. And so that therefore you need to be treading carefully as to what you're focusing on, what you're actually believing, and what you are saying all the meanwhile. You know what I'm saying? It's this feeling of you, say, for example, at work, even if you're not one to be working in the next 48, it's just an example. You are kind of joking to an extent about expecting it to be a long work day, is what I'm hearing, or something negative to happen. And then next, that actually comes to be because you're quite efficiently speaking things again into existence, having that come to fruition for you. And so I'm not saying overthink, of course, right? Or, hold yourself back at times when you should be, speaking things into existence, but just tread carefully, okay? That power can be utilized in a negative sense as well, even by accident. But the Eight of Swords coming out, I really feel you're not as trapped or limited as you feel at times. And it does tie back into an extent, you feeling a bit perplexed, okay? Maybe feeling partially, if not fully, hidden in the dark. It does feel like there's illumination around the corner for you, but I don't see you receiving any or nearly enough in the next 48. If anything, I feel there will be flashbacks coming to be in regards to what you went through, mistakes that you made. We're preventing or doing our best to prevent, meaning spirit, your guides and whatnot, or to prevent certain repeating mistakes moving forward, or even the continuation of what you've been doing too much or too little of, or both. But it feels like you just want to keep adding onto your plate, but then there are moments when you don't have the motivation and you just maybe you're feeling, again, disconnected, maybe even a bit blah, not in the mood, maybe feeling as if things are affecting you for the worse. And then you just maybe choose to not proceed with what you were going to accomplish, or you just choose to take a day off from what you have control over, when to get it done and when not to. Does that make sense? Very much reminding me of me controlling my schedule with these readings with my business. And sometimes I just don't have it in me, but I choose to not have it in me, quote unquote, and then I take a day off, whether it was meant to be or not, for the sake of my health and, drive and whatnot. I feel as if there are days where I could push myself, right? But it's about using your intuition and your discernment to your advantage, and knowing when to push yourself and when not to, okay? But don't let that disconnect again leave you not caring about what needs to get done, but also don't let it disturb your, or continue to disturb your motivation, right? But look at this. We're going to be as well focusing upon a wish fulfillment for the future, but the Page of Wands in reverse, it has not come to be, obviously. And they're saying that if it hasn't happened already, the options will be narrowed down to one or two very significant guided choices, right? Somebody is already in the knowing, even with the Two of Swords being mainly how you're feeling, already in the knowing as to which choice situation is going to end up being this Page of Wands in the upright, a new situation for you. But it does feel like all the meanwhile, even though, you know what this is going to end up being for you, for partially, if not fully, it feels like there's maybe anticipation taking place. There's something that you don't fully know yet, but they're saying the answers lie within, all right? You need to feel it out. It's this Aquarius collective that often with a huge growing and even enhanced intuition at times. Wouldn't be surprised if that's taking place for you in the next 48. You are pushed to at times by your spirit guides, whether you realize it in the moment or not, or in general, to sit and feel things out instead of looking for the answers outside of you, whether it's someone's readings, spirit in general, your guides, reflecting even. And so I feel, or trying to predict it is what I'm hearing. But the next 2 days, it's significant. It's truly imperative that you take a moment and feel it out and know that the answers are within. And it will just feel very easy to better understand and maybe even to confirm and remember that something's going to come to be quite effortlessly. All right. You may as well feel a little impatient as I'm tapping my fingers on the desk here. You may as well feel kind of zoned out. That's also what I'm getting. You're going to be spacing out. Yeah, you know how when you're staring at something but you're really just not? That's going to happen. But little twitches might happen. I feel as if it's a spiritual occurrence. Just move right along to something else that should be taking your focus. But it feels like you're marching to the beat of your own Aquarius drum towards levels of freedom with this horse in the background. And it's efficiently helping you, I want to say, create a whole new life for yourself to an extent, if not fully. You feeling on the edge of your seat, okay? Bear with me as my voice just altered as I was sitting back in my seat. There needs to be more comfort, but at times there's too much comfort, if that makes sense. Partially, if not fully, intertwining with that sort of out of it, a lack of motivation kind of feeling coming to be or continuing. But it does feel like either way, yes, there's need for improvement, right? Adjusting. And there's a need to push yourself at certain points. But I do feel as if Spirit's saying, regardless, in the midst of you going through this beautiful balancing act that you've been prepared for lifetimes, you are a star in the making. It just feels like people are getting to know you as you're getting to know yourself. You're seeing a foundation work beautifully to your advantage. They're reminding you of something that has taken a long time to get to where it's at. For me, it's going to be this business, with my followers and whatnot. And I'm grateful for the pace that it's grown at, even though I do at times, scream at the universe in a sense, in a silent way, wanting it to grow faster, right? To see more views and whatnot and more clients. But all the meanwhile, if things grew exponentially, right? Definitely reminding me of some people gaining, followers on TikTok and YouTube, super quickly right off the bat. I really guarantee that the majority of which would not be these loyal, very connected and I'm hearing skilled followers, that this community broken down into different, communities, a total of 5, the 4 signs, and then, the general daily collective. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I have very loyal and special followers. And I don't feel as if it would be all of which, you know what I mean? I don't feel like all of which would have been that special and significant and important if I had such a fast growing. Anyway, sorry, I know that was a bit of a rant, but I am very much spoken through. I'm sure you're aware. But it does feel like Spirit's saying, just get it done at certain points, but don't view it in that manner. You know what I'm saying? It's as if, you need to get something done at some point, right? And then all the meanwhile, you just will jump into it. And I feel like you've done this before and, apply yourself, but it's almost like, I just want to get this over with. And that's not going to help the quality of what you're accomplishing, or whatnot. You know what I mean? It definitely reminds me of me doing these readings. If I just, apply myself and hit the record button, think and feel, I just want to get this over with. It's not going to come out the same, right? And so there's something of the sort for you individually. They're saying keep watering this and that of importance for you. Keep reaching and holding on to that hope, because things are working out and will work out moving forward, very specifically, very purposely. Interesting. But they're reminding you that as you do what you have to do and push yourself, in needing to, again, push yourself more so, you, my friend, are a star in the making. Absolutely beautiful. So if this was truly helpful, of course, don't forget to book a personal reading with myself. Everything is down below. I'm sending you so much love and light.